When the brand new FNAF game, Secrets of the Mimic, was announced during the anniversary event, I never expected it to be done any time close to PAX. But this year, Steelball had two booths set up. One was a big birthday party area with games and prizes, but the other was a big black box with a line of people around it at all times. It turns out, they actually did have something for the new game. Inside you can find a demo for Secrets of the Mimic. Once you actually got into the booth, there was a giant Jackie statue on the fencing above your head, and the Eclipse animatronic from last year was right next to you. But straight ahead, there was a giant screen with 9 little cameras on it. These are all cameras, or at least screenshots from the game. Today we're going to take a look at these and see what we can figure out about Secrets of the Mimic using what I actually remember from playing the demo. Alright, so the first picture has this room with a big machine in it. The door you can see on the wall is the same kind of door that they had in the demo where there's this little security card thing on it. I don't exactly remember how the doors worked in the demo, but I think they slid up like the FNAF 1 doors. The big machine on the side reminds me of the repair station from Security Breach. I don't really know what this is though. Maybe it's some sort of heater or water heater for the whole place this game takes place at. And in the bottom corner of what we can actually see, it looks like there might be a wind-up stick. In the demo, you get to wind up a music box to get Jackie out, so it might be something like that. Alright, this one is super blurry. It's really hard to tell what I'm even looking at. On the left, for some reason, that kind of reminds me of a cake, even though it's obviously way too big. But it could be maybe like a fake cake or like a big display piece, I don't know. And on the right, you can see some sort of window, I think. I feel like this might be a little playset or something. It doesn't look like an actual window. Oh shoot, this is probably on the stage. I just realized if you look at the tippy top, you can see curtain. I don't know what's going on the stage, but I think that's what this is. But behind is the whole backdrop for whatever show is going on. I still can't tell what the thing on the left is though. It looks like it might have a mini city on top. Alright, so right here it looks like something's on a conveyor belt. I cannot tell what that is. To me it kinda looks like the log rides from Help Wanted 2 and Foxy's Ride. In the demo you can look through windows into like the middle of the factory, and it has a big factory line, so that's probably what we're looking at here. It's just too blurry to really make out anything. Here we get a look at a little room. It looks like some sort of closet thing to me. That reflection could be coming from like a grated thing in the ceiling though, like an open window almost, I don't know. That pipe at the top might be coming from the machine we saw in the first picture though. I don't know, it's really hard to see anything in this one. Alright, so here we got what looks like a little back corridor area. In the demo, there's an area that looks very similar to this you have to crouch through. So it might be from the backstage of the factory. You can actually see some sort of shadow. I don't know what character that is. You can see like an arm and the torso and what looks like spiky hair almost. I think that's definitely someone. It might even be a human, I don't know. It's very humanoidly shaped and it doesn't have any obvious animatronic parts on it. When I first saw this one, I thought it was obviously windows to the outside, but then when I looked a little closer, I think the windows might actually be leading to the center factory area that we looked at earlier in the conveyor belt picture. It kinda looks like there's some sort of rabbit creature in the front window, but I mean, I could just be going crazy. And on the right wall, I think there are some posters hung up. I can't really make them out, they're too distorted. This image definitely looks really creepy though. This one's probably one of the coolest looking ones. Alright, so here we got a long hallway leading to what looks like some sort of statue. It looks super 70s, especially that little rainbow looking design on the wall. And there are some of those lights you see in movie theaters on the floors. But if you look at the shadow, it's the hippo from the posters in the PAX West booth. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. It has the same sort of like big body shape as the hippo. The only thing that's thrown me off a little is it almost looks like he has ears up there, but that also just could be something else in the picture that's a little darker. It's hard to tell. For now, I'm saying this is the hippo. Alright, so in this camera, we get a look at what I think is a carousel. It looks like it's definitely in disrepair or maybe being built. You can't really tell. On the left, it looks like there might be a carousel cart flipped over. Kind of looks like an elephant to me. My first thought was the carousel from Help Wanted 2, but nothing is really pointing me towards that. It looks a lot smaller. To the right over here, it looks like there might be a cutout of some character. I remember there being some dog in the poster that had weird hair, but I'm pretty sure it didn't look like this. Still, maybe this dog could be related to that one in some way, I don't know. Then there's this chute in the corner that looks like it might have a light at the end and it has this weird design around where it meets the wall. If you can tell what this cart is or any of the other ones, let me know in the comments. So this is definitely one of the coolest ones. It looks like an entrance room to a theater. So this shows where Nacho much as playing in a toy factory like Poppy Playtime. Or at least not a normal toy factory, but there's some sort of theater in it. Hey guys, editor partiers here. So here I said the poster on the left kinda looks like a Springtrap head to me. But when I actually trace the image, it looks like a donkey or a mule or something wearing a blindfold. So I don't know. I don't know where I got Springtrap from. The poster on the right looks like a dog wearing a hat and overalls. We get to know that the theater is called the Big Top. The door on the right looks like you can see into the theater a little bit. I can see like rows of seating. And I just realized the sign on the left, on the very bottom, if you flip it upside down, you can see a mouth and a chin. Let me see if that matches any of the posters we saw. Oh, it does. Yeah, I think that's the Be Yourself poster. That's her jaw in the bottom. So that poster was in the toy factory and it's in the theater, so that means the theater and the toy factory are like definitely related. They have the same characters. So here we get a look at what looks like rafters in the factory. This looks a lot like some of the areas in the demo you had to play through, especially in the chase when you were running from Jackie. In the demo, you could look out a window and see the whole factory line and the Mimic's costume being made and all that stuff. And in the bottom corner, you can see a little window that's leading into what looks like a nicer area almost. So this could be like a screenshot of the factory that we look out on. You can see a little green character down in the corner, and we did see some green frogs in the poster, so it could possibly be one of the frogs, or I could just be crazy and that might just be a lamp or something. I don't know, I'm reaching. So probably just after the right corner, if the camera kept moving, you'd probably be able to see the factory line. Alright, so this one's really cool. This is one me and Gavin noticed when we were waiting in line to play the game. You can see a bucket full of animatronic parts and there's a hand sticking out. The one poster says need a hand and it has a guy with a ton of hands, so maybe these are his spare parts. That wouldn't surprise me because it looks like there's a lot of long joints in it. And on the right, you can see what looks like a leg, maybe an arm covered up, and then there's some sort of other pull thing. I think this is probably an animatronic workshop. I don't know for sure if it's the yellow dude, but there's definitely something going on here. Maybe it's just parts for toys. Oh, I just realized at the very bottom, there's I think that might be the top of an animatronic head. It looks kind of like a hippo to me, wearing some sort of hat. I don't know. You can see the snout come up. That is a very weird shape. I don't know what else that would be. But yeah, guys, that's all the cameras. I'm excited to watch this video back in a few years and see how wrong everything was. Subscribe if you want to learn all the secrets of the Mimic.